Hey everyone, it's me, Donna. Yes, I'm back with another DNA video. And of course, this is another raw DNA video. I didn't really want to make another video about that, but someone has brought it to my attention that they disagree with me about your raw DNA. Like on 23andMe, when you go into your raw DNA, my belief is that when you click on the chromosomes and then you click on the gene markers within the chromosomes, at the bottom, when you scroll on to the bottom, it will show like Europe, Asia, Africa, Americas, or whatever. And I believe that pops up. The links, the blue links will pop up according to what your genes have triggered. Well, this other person says that no, everybody has that, regardless of what you are, whether you're African, Asian, Caucasian, whatever you are, it shows that for everybody, and it's exactly the same for everybody. I disagree. And that's why I'm putting this challenge out to you guys out there to help me out. Prove me right or prove me wrong. Either way, I'm fine with it. I just want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time when I do go into my raw DNA on 23andMe. I don't want to steer anyone else out there in the wrong direction. Okay? That's not what I want to do. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, I want to see that I'm wrong. I need proof that I'm wrong on this, okay? But as I have mentioned in my prior videos, it's my belief that I have different ethnicities in me besides Caucasian. Of course, Ancestry, they didn't really bring that out. They didn't mention it. They just brought out my Caucasian. 23andMe did bring out my African, and it did broaden my Caucasian, and it put things into like a broad category or whatever. So it did do a better job. It showed more than the other, or than Ancestry, shall I say. But then I took my raw DNA to other places and got, different information. It is my belief that none of these places are wrong. It's just that some of them were able to bring out more of what was there, and others didn't, for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just a story that they want to spin, and they're not going to show anything beyond a certain point. Maybe they have a time frame and they don't want to go past that time frame. I don't know what their excuse is. I don't know what their reasoning is, although I think it's stupid, and I think that that they need to open it up more, and they do need to show what's really there, because a lot of things happened before 1700. A lot of things happened. Therefore, there was a lot of different ethnicities brought into the situation. And as far as my own personal belief, I do not believe we all came from one person, one ancestor. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't believe that. I believe that a lot of us, and like most of the population, do have an ancestor that came from Africa. But I do not believe that that was where everyone originated from. My belief is that there was ancestors in Africa, there were ancestors in Asia, there were ancestors in the Caucasian parts of the world. I don't know how they all got here. I don't know if God did it, which I do believe in God. I believe that somehow He had a huge hand in bringing all these people to this planet. However He did it, whether He did it Himself, whether He had other beings out there to basically act as His hands or whatever to bring these beings to this planet. But I do believe that there were originally different ethnicities put on this planet, and therefore they mixed. In other words, something made beings from Africa move on up and go in different directions. I don't know if they were purged. I don't know if an event occurred. I don't know if an asteroid hit the planet. whatever the deal is, which, I believe at one point parts of the earth were connected, because if you'll look at a map, everything looks like a puzzle anyway. So I believe the continents were connected in, somehow, way, 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 thousands, maybe millions of years ago. And I believe that there was a lot more contact between these different ethnicities, and therefore it was easier to mix and blend. But I do not believe that we all came from Africa, and that the reason why we have different ethnicities is because we took different directions. Like, oh, well, you're Caucasian because your ancestor took, a left turn, or you're Chinese because your ancestor took a right turn. No, I don't believe that. I believe they were already here, and those African ancestors mixed with those people. That's why a lot of people have that ancient African ancestor. And that's why, Asians that are from Asia are predominantly Asian, because their ancestor originated there. Therefore, there was no real traveling out. And that's why that's why we have things like Asians and Norwegians and, whatever, in order to compare ourselves to. So the whole theory, which you can disagree, that's fine. People do. Everybody's got their own viewpoint in it. But it is my belief that we do originally come from different ethnicities. And they've been mixed and blended and blah, blah, blah. But I don't believe that we all originally just come from this one African ancestor, and the only reason why we are different is due to migration. No, I don't believe that. You can't make me. But I do believe that most of us do have that ancient African ancestor or two that did come from Africa. If that makes any sense to any people out there. But I have my reasons for believing this. I had an experience, or quite a few experiences, that I have put in other videos, that if you want to go back and check, you can. I don't want to go into detail about it here, but that has really changed my view on everything. So I do know that there is intelligent life out there that is very different from ours, and therefore it had an effect on, I believe, that these these different intelligent life forces had an effect on this planet and what has happened, including our gene pools. So that's just my belief on it, and I'm going to stop right there as far as that goes. But let me go and show you again what my DNA says on GEDmatch. This is the Punt DNAL K13 Global Admixture Portions Model. As you can see on this, I have the rainbow of everything. So I am definitely tasting the rainbow as far as ethnicity. People out there can agree or disagree with this. I don't really care. I just know what I know. I know what it is telling me, and this is what I believe. This is what I believe is pretty much, or as close as the true picture as can be done as far as my DNA goes. So that's why I think GEDmatch is the best place to find out your ethnicity, because I think it digs into everything, and I do not believe it has this ridiculous, 200 to 300 year time frame on it. I believe it goes back further, and it gets everything that it can possibly pick up that is there. That's my thought on it. That's my belief on it. I know it's not perfect. It's flawed, just like every DNA company that's out there. There's going to be flaws no matter what you do or whatever. So, but personally, I do believe this. I believe this is the best place and the best one out there. And I like this model because I think it digs into everything pretty much. So, but like, again, you can disagree with me if you want to. That's fine. That's your choice. But this is what I believe, and this is how I feel about my own DNA. And let's see. Here is an estimation part of it, and as you can see, here's all the ethnicities. What you just saw was the painting of my chromosome painting that shows everything that's all mixed up within my DNA, okay? This actually shows like percentages of everything that's mixed up within the chromosomes of my, DNA, my whole picture, all 22 chromosomes, because that's what GEDmatch does is it uses 22 of your chromosomes to show you your ethnicity. And just like a lot of companies out there, they don't use your sex chromosomes necessarily to pinpoint it. Usually those are used for more deeper, on further back type of ancestry, because the thing about your sex chromosomes is they hang on to DNA from like way back. Like it takes a long time for those genes to change. Whereas your other genes, they change with, every so many, every generation, in other words. Every generation adds its piece to your puzzle. But your sex chromosomes, it just hangs on longer, and it takes more time for it to mutate or whatever. That's my understanding of it. I'm sure there's people out there that know way the heck more than I do about this. So yeah. But anyway, this is what this is, okay? So that's what this is showing me. Alright, and that's why I believe I know what I'm talking about when I go to 23andMe and I check out my chromosomes. But again, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I want to be shown that I'm wrong so that I can stop leading other people down the wrong path. Okay? So let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'm going to name off these chromosome markers so that, or shall I say gene markers, so that you guys out there can follow along and you can videotape it yourself, whether you want to do screenshots, if you have some type of screen filming program such as OBS, like I do, that's free. You can, do that, or you can just take your video camera or cell phone and videotape yourself going to your 23andMe chromosomes and finding this information out. So I'm asking for your help, basically, okay? So let's start with my first set of chromosomes, okay? And as you can see right here on this page, when you click on this, this is what shows up. And it will have links, these blue links, that show you, that show you information about your gene markers within this set of chromosomes. Okay, so we're going to start off. I'm going to go to this first marker, and as you can see, it's TT is what it's saying for me. That's my variant. And when I click on it, it's RS5480497170 is the name. Alright, I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to go into a new window, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the page, and I'm going to show you what pops up for me. And I'm only going to do about 5 examples. That way, you guys won't be bogged down with it, and you could just help me out by filming yourself going to these 5 markers within your chromosomes and showing me if I'm right or wrong. Okay? So, right here, as you can see, this is what I believe is triggered by that marker. And as you can see, it's this right here. It's that, EAS, EUR, AFR, AMR, SAS, and then this right here, this EXAC, aggregated populations, okay? Like I said, someone else believes that it shows this for everyone. There's no difference. I disagree, because I believe since, naturally I have different markers within my chromosomes, it's going to trigger different things. Okay, so, and each one of these stand for, a different ethnic group out there. Like this, like when I click on this, It has to do with like, see, it's a super group. It's East Asia super group. Okay, that's what pops up with it. Okay, right here, below it is the European. So when you click on it, as you can see, Europe. It shows that. Okay. And then, of course, the African, AFR is for African. Then AMR is for like American Indian, Native American. So you click on, I can click on that, and I can show you what that says. If it will hurry up. Okay, America. So there you go. It deals with that. All right. And then right here, I think that's South Asia. Yep, South Asian. That's that population. So I feel like something about my DNA triggers this. Therefore, it is showing me that that's what's there. And it has to do with the count, the section, how much you have within that section of DNA, blah, blah, blah. That has to do with what triggers it. Okay? All right, so let me X out of this. Okay, now let me go on down to the, let's go to the sixth one. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is RS3131972. All right, so I'll right click and it is AG. That's what my genotype says that I am for that one. So I'll click on that, go into a new window. And I'm going to try to speed this up so that for time's sake. Okay, I'm going down, going down to the bottom. And as you can see, it's triggered by this right here. So mine says Sub-Saharan African, European, then on down from it, it's European, Asian, Sub-Saharan African, and then below that is Asian. And this is what all this looks like right here. I feel like this is what's within my DNA that has triggered it to tell me this. So show me if yours says the same thing as mine or if it's different. I really want to know. I want to prove or disprove my theory. And if I'm disproving, great. I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with it. But I want to see, for scientific sake and for me not leading other people down the wrong path, I want to know. I want to know what the truth is. Okay? So let me get on out of here. Okay, let me go to, let's go to the second chromosome. So that's 2 from the first. Let's get 1 from this one. From chromosome 2, I'll do the first one. RS10172629. Let me go in there. Okay. Let me go on down to the bottom part. And this is what's triggered. Whoops. This is what triggers that. And it says Sub-Saharan African 2. Chromosome sample 2, count, whatever. It says that, and then that's what it's showing for me. I want to know, does yours say the same thing? Yes or no? Okay? So let me get out of that. And, okay. And let me go to chromosome 3. Let's go to chromosome 3, and I'll pick out 2 from this. Okay? Let's go with the second one. Excuse me. RS9683305. Okay, let's go down to the bottom of the page on that one. And this is what it triggers on mine, as you can see. It says European, Asian, and of course the different Asians, if you look over here, it tells you what the different ones are. I think this stands for Han's Asian, Han's China, and then this one is Japanese. So that's what's popping up with those Asians. Okay, and then below that it says Sub-Saharan African. And then on below that it says Asian again. And it's CHB for that Asian group. Okay, so these are the groups that I feel like my DNA triggers to pop up. Okay, so again, everyone, like I said, you can either agree or disagree, but I need to see the proof. I need to see if I'm right or wrong, okay? And I'm going to do one more. Let me count. I'll go to the sixth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, click on that. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say the name of it. I'll do that after I go down and look at it. Well, actually, let me look right here. RS 991639. Okay. And it says, and this is how it looks. Let me scoot on over here. You can see how it looks on mine. Go down to there. Alright, and this is what it says. European, Asian, Asian, Sub-Saharan African, Asian, European, European, African American, Asian, European, Asian, Asian, Sub-Saharan African. Okay? So let me know if yours says the same thing and if it looks the same way. Like over here where you see all this, does yours look the same? Yes or no? Okay? Let me go out of that. Let's see. Okay, make sure, yeah. RS 991639 was the name of it. Okay. So, again, please help me. Let me know if I'm right or wrong about this. Thank you.